Hi there, my name is Felix Beck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So this new James Bond movie, No Time to Die, which is but a good year late now, but God knows what we're going to say. This new James Bond movie is very confusing. Very confusing in that every freaking thing I hear about it, sounds terrible. Sounds like the worst thing ever, and it will destroy James Bond. Everything I see looks fantastic. Looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm a bit torn and confused. Though we had this story drop yesterday from Lashana Lynch saying the plan is full steam ahead with her taking on the role of 007, not James Bond, 007. Which sayonara. I mean, I don't know. I haven't read the article. We're going to read it now from Bounding into Comics. Before we get there, though, if you like what I do here on YouTube, if you feel that tingling your molecules a bit, can I ask you guys? Can you hit that subscribe button? That would be fan-freaking-tastic. You can hit the like button. You can hit the share button too. Don't be shy of anyone, but hit the subscribe button. That would be absolutely marvelous. I am. I thought I just said that. Okay, I just said that. I think I bit a hair off my moustache and I inhaled it. This is the dangers you have from facial hair. And so I started to gag, as I said. So anyway, hit the subscribe button. I can't guarantee I will stop gagging. I can feel it at the back of my throat. That is terrible. Ugh. Yeah. I guess that's the only real drawback of being gay, right? Because I always imagine, you're watching sport, you're watching whatever, you're doing your manly thing with your gay spouse, right? And then you go like, do you fancy having sex in half time? And like, yeah, okay. You have that same masculine, sexual sensibilities. Everybody's like, yeah, okay, let's do that. That's a plus. I guess the minus is oftentimes, that's like me right now. You're going to get a little hair in the back of your throat. Not a fan. Okay, fine. So hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. If you subscribe, of course, you can enter my my weekly competitions. The prize this week is Judge Dredd, Dark Side of the Moon. This is Judge Dredd. Look at that wonderful cover by Brian Bolland, right? Judge Dredd on the Mega City One lunar colony. Whatever happened to that? Maybe we had Apocalypse War, we've had Judgment Day, we had Chaos Day. Like, what happened to that? Is it still around? I don't know. And I think I've read most of Judge Dredd. I like Judge Dredd. I remember. I really don't know where it is. I've got to look it up after I finish making this video. I'm kind of intrigued now. Anyway. That's Judge Dredd for you. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel, which is the reason I do these competitions. Subscribe to the channel, and in the comments, leave the hashtag Dark Side of Dredd. Dark Side of Dredd. We'll do the prize draw on Sunday the 8th, I think, when I'm on the TARDIS zone. And good luck to everybody who enters, and we'll pick out a new prize forthwith. Fine, so let's have a look at this story, shall we? There we go. It is James Bond franchise kills itself. Lashana Lynch character will inherit the 007 title. So that certainly seems to be the intention, right? I think they want to announce that. Now they have said that they were not going to have a woman play James Bond, but they may want to do a franchise based on it. She may be fantastic, but I doubt it. I'm going to say I doubt it, because every time they gender swap franchises, they also feminize them as well. And I think a feminized James Bond is going to be about as interesting as a feminized Star Trek or feminized Doctor Who or feminized Star Wars. Not very. I don't even think I would go and see one of those, but maybe I have to see the trailer. Like, I was on the fence about the Black Widow movie. I'm like, oh God, I just hope it comes to TV now instead. If it's on TV, I'm not going to go to. I'm not going to cinema to see it, but I would watch that when it comes out on TV. I think. That's worth a Disney Plus subscription. Not much more. Fine, let's read this story. The James Bond franchise kills itself by confirming that Lashana Lynch's character in the upcoming No Time to Die movie will inherit the title of 007. So are they planning on making a bunch of, a next 007 movie will be featuring Lashana Lynch, right? And also, really, why is it when they have women, women aren't allowed to be feminine, right? You got this, approved body type. This approved body type of having, the flattest chest possible and lots of muscles, and basically being an androgynous being. Harper's Bazaar published an interview with Lynch with the headline, Lashana Lynch on making history as the first black female 007. Yeah, I mean, great. Okay, you're a black. I mean, like, why not have an Asian male queen? Why not have a one-legged Pakistani Margaret Thatcher? Right? Why not? It's like because you got to stick to the central tenets of the character to be able to effectively race or gender swap it. Great examples of it succeeding: Starbuck, Battlestar Galactica. They really they use the starting part of Starbuck from the original Battlestar Galactica being the crazy flyboy pilot, right? And they transpose that to a person. They actually built an incredibly damaged, really wonderful characterization of that, which you really love, and had the same beats of the original Starbuck, right? Just really worked. Lawrence Fishburne playing Perry Black in Superman, perfect. Absolutely perfect casting. I think one of the many things that appeal James Bond is his masculinity. He's a masculine fantasy, that women swoon at his feet, and he sleeps with anybody and kills people. And he's it's a very masculine fantasy. And again, they had, who was it? Phoebe Waller-Bridge brought her into beef up the feminine content. So they and I'm not making this up. They said we'll have James Bond talking about, not James Bond, 007 talking about buying tampons. It's just doesn't really work. It doesn't really work at all. So listen, I believe Lashana Lynch could be a great action star, right? But and I'd be happy to see movies of her in tandem with James Bond movies, but I want James Bond movies, right? And if they have a gun barrel sequence with her after avoiding them like the plague during the Daniel Craig years, or coming up with that would just annoy me. I want to see that's just going to annoy me. And it has to be just a really good movie, and I don't think they can do it. I don't think they can pull it off, right? That's really where we are. So Yalza Daily Ward, who wrote the article, how do you Yalza? What's the bloody name there? Wrote also stated today on still a Sunday morning in August, Lynch is doing precisely that. Doing precisely what? Chatting to me warmly and directly about her latest and surely career-defining role in No Time to Die, the Bond franchise's 25th release. It would be career-defining, maybe, who knows, but and the idea that a black woman can't be an action hero seems silly to me. I'm fine with her being an action hero. I just hope they make her an action hero. And again, I think to be an action hero is intrinsically a masculine thing. My mind's open. If you want to show me it, not. But every time I've seen it not done that way, it hasn't really worked for me. Ron, sorry, the 25th release in which he stars as Nomi. I thought it was Naomi. Nomi, the secret agent, inherits the 007 title when Bond himself is in exile. Later in the article, Daily Ward would add, we saw this in her nuanced, solid performance as a single mother and pilot, Mario Rambo, in last year's Captain Marvel. Look, Captain Marvel's freaking awful, okay? It's just a bad movie. She wasn't bad in that bad movie, as I recall, but it was a bad movie. Ben Mendelsohn also pretty good in a bad movie. I don't think that's a way of... I can't, I couldn't really, judge her, in this performance, because it was just too bad of a movie, really, to work it out. Fine, well, my ad change. My Hebrew's terrible. I have no idea what this is an ad for. Okay, fine. Very last year's Captain Marvel, in which he successfully stretched the bonds of what a hero is meant to be. No, was it? Mario Rambo was actually Captain Marvel before Captain Marvel, right? Before Brie Larson, whatever her character's name is. And we will see it again in her outing as the first ever female James Bond. Okay. Well, while the article doesn't offer any quotes from Lynch confirming that she will be 007, but it heavily implies she will be 007. So, listen, that could well be the writer's, whatever her name is, Lisa, she wants it to happen. She wants it to happen, so it might happen. That seems to be what's going on there. Lynch stated, I am one black woman. If there was another black woman cast and role, it would have been the same conversation. Well, yes. She wouldn't have got the same attacks and the same abuse. I don't believe you. I don't believe you had attacks and abuse. You might have done, but I've heard that so many times before, and it turned out not to be the case at all, isn't it? Right? We heard about, what's her name, Rose Tico, looked like she swallowed a fly from The Last Jedi. And no, she was the character that personified everything that was wrong with that movie, and so much wrong with that movie. But it turned out there wasn't all this online abuse. That turned out to be, I'll teach you a Jewish word, okay? I'm going to teach you a Yiddish word. It turned out to be a Baba Meiser. It turned out to be a Baba Meiser, which is like a Meiser is a story, a Baba is a grandmother. One of these, it didn't happen. So I don't, are you saying that when people say, I don't understand how a black woman can be James Bond, I don't think that's abuse. I think that's a legitimate question. Again, how can Mary Queen of Scots be played by a Haitian black man? How could that happen? No, it doesn't. Although I have to tell you, they're doing some historical production where, was it Anna Cleese maybe is played by a black woman. It sounds kind of stupid. It sounds like you're trying to make a point, which is I think is what's going on here. I just have to remind myself of the conversation. I don't believe your tales of abuse, right? I don't believe people saying that James Bond is an intrinsically male character. James Bond is an intrinsically male character, and I would say the 007 franchise is an intrinsically male franchise. I don't understand how a black woman can take on that franchise. It's a it seems to me if you actually do that, you fundamentally change the tenets of the center of that franchise, again, which is completely at odds with successful race and gender swapping. Again, Starbuck, Lawrence Fishburne, perfect, absolutely perfect. This has nothing to do with skin color. This has everything to do with the character and the franchise, right? It has everything to do with that. And again, I think if they wanted to do this in tandem with James Bond movies, great idea, fine. But they don't. Because, really, these people who have taken over our culture, they are cultural magpies. A magpie is a bird that comes and sits in somebody else's nest and takes it over. They're cultural magpies. They come and they say, oh, look, this is popular. This James Bond's popular. So if I make James Bond a black woman, then a black woman's going to be popular. And we will move the world, in a wonderfully progressive manner away from this, control of the evil male patriarchy, which doesn't exist, okay? Which doesn't freaking, if it exists, can I have my membership to it, please? And the benefits of that membership. So, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, darling. Maybe, but citation, please. I just have to remind myself that the conversation is happening and I'm part of something that'll be very, very revolutionary. Yes, if you're going to be part of something very, very revolutionary, people are going to raise an eyebrow at it, and that's not abuse. That's going to say, well, why are you fundamentally changing this thing? How's that going to work? Lynch added. According to Harper's Bazaar, this comment came in response to a discussion about rumours that the character would be taking on the role of 007 in the film. It's not rumour. I thought it pretty much confirmed, wasn't it? Those rumours surfaced back in 2019. The Daily Mail reported that she would play Agent 007. As I understand it, they're going to say, the source says, in a pivotal scene at the start of the film where M says, "Come in, 007," and in walks Lashana Lynch, this black, beautiful woman. Well, she's a bit androgynous, so but I bet it was written that way in the script. I bet they wrote it that way in the script because they're racist. They're all racist who work in the entertainment industry. It's a popcorn dropping moment. Bond is still Bond, but he's been replaced as 007 by the stunning woman, the source says. Yeah, again, I think to me be like a cute joke, I think that works, that doesn't break it for me. What breaks it for me is if you're going to move forward with the franchise with Lashana Lynch as a central character. I think that just it goes too far away from what James Bond is. I mean, I'm just repeating the same things there. The same source also claimed that that Craig's James Bond would attempt to seduce Lynch's 007. Yeah, I can see that happening as well. The source elaborated, Bond, of course, is sexually attracted to the new female 007 and tries his usual seduction tricks. I thought he was married by this one, and honestly, really, let's have a look at her again. No, I'm fine. If I can sleep, if I'm James Bond, I can sleep with anyone. Not you, darling. Seduction tricks. Popcorn dropping moment. There we go. But is baffled when they don't work on the brilliant young black woman who. Why do they keep saying black woman? That's weird. Who basically rolls her eyes at him and has no interest in jumping into his bed. Okay, fine. So you're fundamentally changing what this is. That's such an important aspect of this character, right? His sexual magnetism, like this insane superhero-esque sexual magnetism. Certainly not in the beginning. Oh, okay, so. That's actually a very Bondy trope that an average Bond girl. You have a couple of types. You have one who is like, oh, James, and falls into his arms, and right. But he has one that is is always like initially not jumping into his bed, right? Initially, and he has to kind of like woo over, Spy Who Loved Me. The Barbara Bach played Agent Triple X. And she was like, oh, and she hated Bond, and when the mission is over, I will kill you. That great movie by, looked freaking fantastic in that movie, Barbara Bach. Anyway, by the end of the movie, they defeated the bad guys, and they're in, what was the villain's name? Strombrutz, whatever his name was. They're in this little teardrop shape, Hershey Kiss shaped escape module, go boop boop in the sea and sleeping away. They finally get picked up by a ship, and they got M and Q there, and what was the name of the Russian general? Major Gogol, was that him? And they pull back the curtain and said, "Oh, Bond, what are you doing, sir?" So keeping the British end up is his answer, and they close the curtains. But that's essentially a Bond girl, somebody who has to conquer, for want of a better word. The source described the film as a Bond for a modern era who will appeal to a younger generation. No, it won't. Good luck with that. Yeah, how many times are you going to try that stupid thing and see how it works? We'll appeal to a younger generation while sticking to what we all expect in a Bond film. We don't expect James Bond to be talking about tampons. We don't expect James Bond to be a black woman. Okay, that's not what we expect. Yeah, but everything I've seen about this movie, everything I've seen from this movie, sounds fantastic. Everything I hear sounds terrible. I'm just hoping they came to their senses in the year they've had to recut this, and they take that nonsense out. There are spectacular chase sequences and fights, and Bond is still Bond. He's having to learn how to deal with the world of #MeToo. I don't think Bond's having to deal with it. I think the entertainment industry is having to deal with it. See, this is one of the things I hate about the entertainment industry. I absolutely can't stand about them. Is that they spent years abusing people. I tell you what, you can have this role in a McDonald's advert if you give me a blowjob. Basically, that was the route into the industry. And then after doing that for 100 years, somebody said, yeah, not so much, right? And what happened? It was Hillary Clinton lost the election, and Harvey Weinstein was no longer being protected. That's exactly what happened. The official 007 Twitter account would share Harper's Bazaar article appearing to confirm that Lynch will be 007. Yeah, we know that, but what's going to happen moving forward? I don't mind Bond having a female, and her skin color is completely irrelevant. Agent that works with him in a movie. That's fine. That's James Bondy. But if you're going to say this is James Bond in the future, this is 007 in the future, no. I think they just, after this one, need to reboot the franchise once again. And I think doing that with the Casino Royale was not. I like the idea, but not. I think maybe you just need to restart once again. As for a character, No Time to Die, Lynch commented, a character that is a too slick cast iron figure that's completely against what I stand for. That's exactly what Bond is. Bond is, an edifice that doesn't change, right? It's Again, the reason these things don't work is because they are just politically driven, which means that the identity politics is more important than the story and the character, right? Which is again why these things universally fail. I don't want to waste such an opportunity when it came to what Nomi represents. Might represent. I searched for at least one moment in the script where a black audience member would nod their heads, tutting at the reality cloud. Yeah, because that's so right in place for a James Bond movie. Tutting at the it's an escape is fun that black people like as well as white people. They don't want to be told they're victims, but that's all bloody Hollywood wants to tell them. In every project. In every project I'm part of, no matter the budget or genre, the black experience that I'm presenting needs to be 100% authentic. To explain, no, it doesn't. Your black experience doesn't need to be part of a James Bond movie. Again, Bond's white experience. Again, just have respect for the freaking character. Former Bond girl Trina Parks, who played Thumper opposite Sean Connery in Diamonds Are Forever. Weird Bond movie that. Weird Bond movie that he really didn't want to do, very, very clearly. Rector rumour stating Lashana is a great actress. I don't really agree with her becoming 007. It's not about a colour. Black James Bond, sure, but a man, again, I don't see a black James Bond either. For me, James Bond has to be, a part of the English aristocracy, right? An embarrassing part, a damaged part of the English aristocracy, which I think prohibits him being black, right? Not to say you can't have a black action hero, because clearly you can. Oh, John Boyega. I want to see a John Boyega spy movie. Oh my God, that'd be awesome. Okay, fine. Parts continued. It's just because Bond, the spy code named 007, was written by Ian Fleming as a man. Miss Bond doesn't need to have the same ring. Yeah, exactly. You can make it totally different. She doesn't need to be a spy. She can be a tampon saleswoman. You're right. That's 100% right. I think I like Bond being a spy, though. I think there are lots of movies already where you have a woman taking center stage, defeating men there, and I like that. Well, I'm glad you do. Do the audiences like that? How's that going down with the audience? How did Terminator Woke Fate go down with the audience? Yeah? How'd that go down? No, not so great, right, was it? How about Birds of Prey? Yeah, no, not so great. Right? When has it ever worked when it's been this gender-driven nonsense? When has it ever worked? I know you like it, but who cares what you like? I like it not like that. So let's go with what I think instead. But I don't feel James Bond has to go there. He doesn't have to be James Bond. He could be doing the laundry. He could be folding the linen. Doesn't go there. It's been a tremendous franchise since the 1960s. There's always there, and there are always innovators, not followers. Well, no, they really did follow the Bourne series, didn't they, with Daniel Craig? They set a standard that has remained a classic film with a man as Bond. That's how I would say. That's how I think I would stay. She elaborated with Bond as with a man as Bond. I don't know what she's saying. She's saying James Bond needs to be a man. I don't care. Not only do Hubbard Spells claim Lynch is playing 007, but they also claim that the role in the film is set to confront stereotypes around race and gender that have persisted for too long. Yes, okay, fine. I believe you. I completely believe you, and it's unbelievably boring. Because, it's based around this insane idea that gender and sexuality are completely fluid for most human beings, which it is not the case. It is not the case. It's, gender and sexuality are cornerstones of one's psyche and identity. To say they're fluid is ridiculous. Not to say for some people they are fluid. The norm, though, is something very, very not fluid and very, very hard coded in. Lynn said, "I feel very grateful that I get to challenge those narratives." What narratives? What now? Again. Who's saying a black woman can't be an action star? No one's saying that. What I am saying is, James Bond is a masculine franchise. We're moving away from toxic masculinity. We say, you're moving away from masculinity. What's non-toxic masculinity? Being a pussy? Yeah, okay. Let's have James Bond be a pussy. And that's happening because women are being open demanding and vocal and calling out misbehavior as soon as we see it. She added, "I'm sorry somebody asked you to suck their cock so you could be in a McDonald's advert. I am sorry that happened to you. Now get the frickin' way and let me watch a James Bond movie, please." You know, like I'm not on board for your for any form of abuse or coercion. I'm not on board for that at all. But that doesn't justify blowing up James Bond because it hurts your little feels. Liz went on to state that she plans to use her platform as a celebrity for change. She said, "Well, that's going to go well. We are not stick figures. You know, you are." Not going to be relevant figures at all. I honestly think the whole thing going around with the election right now is the death knell of not the news media, but the media. The entertainment industry. I think this is their death knell. This is the thing. This is the rock that they're going to die on. Because that's where they are. Now we're in time, because let's just as an aside for current day, current day problems. As an aside, the entertainment industry are going to be very, very sneering and condescending to anybody who doesn't match their geopolitical worldview, and they're going to be doing it very, very loudly, and I think it's going to kill them. I think this one will actually kill them. I was going through my YouTube this morning, looking at my subscription. I subscribe to Conan O'Brien. I like Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien makes me laugh. He had on Al Franken, and just think his smiling, gloating face of this perv who got called out for being a perv. This guy got me too'd. At the audience I was like, I don't need this crap, and I unsubscribed. I think we're going to see that happening en masse. So we're now in a time where artists have enough collective energy to invoke change. No, you don't. You have enough collective energy to invoke change to destroy a franchise. Yes, you have that, and you good, well done to you. You've done it many, many times over. So I guess James Bond is the next one you're looking to do. That's what the power you have. That's the change, to make James Bond from being something that people like and go to and makes money to being something that used to be. Franchises go away. When's the last time you saw a Buck Rogers movie? When's the last time you saw a Flash Gordon movie? When's the last time you saw a Zorro movie? What about Tarzan? Franchises go away, and they go away because they fall out of favor with the audience. What do you think you're doing, right? What do you think you are doing right now? There's real work to be done. You need to shut up. That's your work. And frank conversation to be had. You're an idiot. You're an idiot and an ideologue, and you're you're going to fail, right? Yeah, that's the frank conversation. You are going to fail because everything you're saying is failure written all over. A magazine cover is already pretty, but the words don't have to be. The No Time to Die actor said. The words don't have to be. I don't know what actually. How much longer is this going? Oh, God, we're nearly there. In fact, Lynch said she's already speaking up on set. She explained, "As I've come more into myself," you must be a delight to have on set, "I found ways to remain respectful of others, but still stay true of myself." Yeah, I bet you've been so respectful. I bet people have been like, "Yay, more of that, darling. We love that." She continued, "If something felt misrepresented or inaccurate, for example, the dynamic between a mother and a child, or the way we might wrap our hair to sleep at night." Don't talk to John Boyega about hair. They couldn't find a hairdresser who knew what to do with the hair after they ordered him to grow it out, and he didn't like it. He was not happy about it at all. I had to learn to speak up. I've been cast to tell an authentic story, so that's what I'm going to do. No, you haven't. You haven't been cast to tell an authentic story. You've been asked to preach to us. You have preach to us your identity. That's why you've been cast. You've been cast because of your gender and your skin color. And if you weren't that gender and you weren't that skin color, you cannot have got this job. That is the facts of the matter. Lynch would go on to claim that her main job is her cultures fight. Oh, God. However, She also stated, as a newcomer to some of these spaces, on a Monday morning where you're speaking up, you're making your point heard on set, by lunchtime you've got to get on with the job. Was it energy pure and energy pure and intact, so you can give your best work. Fine. Oh, God. What do you make of Lynch's comments? Freaking awful, like everything else I hear about this James Bond movie. Freaking awful. No Time to Die. It sounds like it's time for James Bond to die. It sounds like, yeah. The weird thing is they did plan to kill him off in the original version of this movie when it was Danny Boyle doing it. Sounds like pretty much what they wanted to do. I don't understand. I guess we'll find out when we eventually get to see this movie. My name is Philip Becken, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.